Hello and welcome to the very first edition of the Weekly Swarm. This is your one-stop source for everything in news, sports, and entertainment going on around the Georgia Southern community and in the Statesboro community. Hello and welcome. My name is Matt Monty, Editor-in-Chief of GADaily.com. I am honored to bring you the very first edition of the Weekly Swarm, tentatively scheduled to air every Sunday night, where we will bring you new episodes featuring interviews with faculty and staff members of Georgia Southern University, along with web-exclusive interviews with your favorite Eagle Athletic players and coaches. Now for the news. Prominent radio and television host Tavis Smiley spoke to students last Thursday, January 15th, at the Performing Arts Center as part of Georgia Southern University's observance of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Smiley is the first African American to host both a signature television and radio show simultaneously. His late-night television show of the same name airs nightly on PBS, while the Tavis Smiley Show airs daily on Public Radio International. Smiley spoke to students about the importance of using the talents that they are blessed with in an effort to not only better yourself, but to better their country.
So there's a role that we can play. And I think that all of our responsibility is to take whatever gift we have been blessed with and to use it to help make America a nation that will one day be as good as its promise. That's the goal. We know the promise of America, but we also know the reality of America. And there's this gap between the promise and the reality. And those of us who care about making America a better nation, whatever our callings are, have to commit ourselves to loving people and serving people, and in the process shrink the gap between the promise of America and the reality of America. And that's what I decided to do when I was 13 or 14, and here I am now talking to you.
In other news, Georgia Southern will celebrate the expansion of the Henderson Library with a ribbon-cutting ceremony this Wednesday, January 21st at noon. Also Wednesday will mark the first Cultural Bias in the Media Forum sponsored by the Office of Student Media and the Multicultural Center. The forum is a way for students to explore cultural bias in the media and have discussions with members of GSU Student Media and the campus community. The forum will be held in the Russell Union in room 2080 at 7 p.m. And now for the latest in sports. The Georgia Southern men's basketball team fell short in trying to defeat their conference rival, the Davidson Wildcats, Saturday in front of the sixth largest crowd in Harrah Fieldhouse history. The Eagles dropped to the Wildcats 89-68, while All-American point guard Stephen Curry finished with a game-high 28 points, one shy of his nation-leading season average on 11 of 30 shooting. That's all the time we have for today for the very first edition of the Weekly Swarm. Be sure to check back next week for a new episode of everything news, sports, and entertainment, both here at Georgia Southern and in the Statesboro community. For now, I'm Matt Monty, Editor-in-Chief of GADaily.com, thanking you for joining us with us and hoping you come back again next week. But for now, have a good night, and thank you.